Nicholas Kyrgios, who dropped the opening set to the Brit Kyle Edmund, but it looks like he's much more dialed in set 2. Hopefully when they resume that match, there'll be a white towel at his side. Get rid of that problem.
He might even bring a few of his own from the physio's room just to be safe.
I hope so.
Andreescu looking to go up the break again in this second set. She was up a break already and just got broken back. Definitely been some rust on the Andreescu game, and it's a little bit to be expected. It's had quite a few errors we weren't used to seeing the last few times we saw her on the court.
Bianca Andreescu is ranked 26th in the world right now. And another break for Andreescu to take a 3-1 lead in the second set. Jeannie Bouchard has been as high as in the top 5. Again, when she had that great run, a couple of major semis and a Wimbledon final. But right now, she's ranked number 114 in the world. Playing the smaller events, trying to get herself back. Remember the infamous fall she took, landed on the back of her head at the US Open a couple of years ago. She was in the 4th round. She was playing well again. And that derailed her for months. Lawsuit against the tournament. It took entirely too long. It seemed they were throwing lawyers at each other for a long time.
Well, the lawyers got to eat too, right?
Yeah, I guess. Andreescu with a remarkable start to the year, and she just kept going. It's no wonder she got a shoulder tear after winning at Indian Wells. Had to pull out of Miami against Annette Kontaveit.
Just looked painful in Miami.
You were the tournament director.
Yeah,
you saw that. It must have been tough, huh?
It looked painful. Every match she played, I thought, okay, she's got to stop. She can't make it through this one, and then she made it through, and eventually it was just too much.
Look at the stuff she can pull off. It really looks like she's gotten some form, some traction in this second set after spraying the ball around in the opening set. "19 years old, Mississauga, Ontario in Canada, but now she trains quite a bit in Toronto, or at least she has in recent years." Bouchard, we've been talking about her for so long, James. She's only 25.
Yeah, seems like she's been around for so long that you would think she's much more of a veteran, but yeah, she's still right in the prime of her career.
More rain, unfortunately, in Montreal. So we're going to stay here in Toronto. Sloane Stephens coming up. End of this match. Seems like it could go 3.
That's the kind of play Eugenie Bouchard used when she was on her rise, stepping inside the court, being aggressive, and as she was faltering and losing confidence, it seemed like she was just backing up and drifting a little bit further back. And her shots, it seemed like she was confused as to why her shots weren't having as much effectiveness. And it was the time that she was not taking away from her opponents anymore. And right there, that looked back to 2014 Eugenie Bouchard.
Yeah. Semis of the Australian Open. Finalist at Wimbledon, losing to Petra Kvitova. Semis of the French Open as well. What a year.
And again, how far inside the baseline she was on that one. Just really attacking second serves. And when she was having success, she was just crushing second serve returns and making it so dangerous for her opponents to miss their first serve, possibly altering their first serve just to get it in so they don't have to face that. And it's not a comfortable situation to be in as a server.
It's pretty clutch.
I'm not an expert at reading lips, but it sure looked like first serve was said there. And she wants to make a first serve, and as I mentioned, the way Eugenie Bouchard is handling that second serve, that is something I'd be telling myself too. Make sure to make that first serve. See if Jeannie's stepping way inside on this one as well.
How about that? She had her chances, Bianca Andreescu, for 4-1. Instead, it looks like they're right back on serve. This looked like a double. Yep.
Deuce. Back to deuce.
Wow.
Legs for service.
That's some serve. 110 miles an hour. Another chance at 4-1. She's got it. Much better stuff in set 2 from Bianca Andreescu, the Canadian teenager, playing the Canadian veteran.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked her doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with Smart Track technology. Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces. So I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles. That's why Invisalign.
Farmer's Dog, a smarter, healthier pet food. Get 50% off your trial at tryfarmersdog.com.
Very good. And your serve. You have to start to serve to the body a little more or change to the other side because you serve too much. She wait here. More body and pop because the serve is very good. And another thing, you have to be aggressive. When you are aggressive and you move your feet, it's completely different level. Don't change anything. And I love how you compete.
Sometimes I hold back a bit on my shots. Sometimes I'm holding back a bit on my shots.
Yeah, but you have to move your feet. You have to, just continue to do exactly the same, but be aggressive. Aggressive, mentally aggressive, and you have to be aggressive with your legs. Always serve +1, and continue to play on the right way with a good intention. No? If you continue like this, you respect your process. No, it's so good. Don't change anything. Use your hand and believe in yourself. It's so good in the serve. Just pop in the first serve and body sometime. Come on, play to win.
Jorge Todero coaching Bouchard now. His son is coaching Madison Keys. We just saw him.
I do like a lot of what he had to say, being aggressive with the legs. Because, as I mentioned, that's when Bouchard was playing her best, was being super aggressive, getting inside the baseline. And she even recognized, like, hey, sometimes I am still backing up. And I think that's true of her game the last few years, is as soon as there's a little bit of a break in the confidence, she starts backing up. And in 2014, there was never a backup.
Plenty of aggression from Bianca Andreescu. I thought it was interesting that Jorge Todero was telling Bouchard to be aggressive with her feet.
Yeah.
Because Jeannie, her strokes happen kind of in a hurry. So if she's not to the ball, she's going to be taking risky shots.
Yes.
I thought that was real smart.
I agree. And I like his positive attitude of you're doing everything right. Just, make these minor adjustments, serve a little more into the body. So far not working, but I think that has to do with Andreescu playing a much better brand of tennis right now than she was in the first set.
It was interesting, too, when Jeannie said serve +1. Remember when serve +1 used to mean serve and volley?
Yeah.
Now it usually means serve plus forehand.
Yes.
With that last miss, Bouchard has her forehand. She's got her racket in front of her almost until the ball bounces on her side of the court, and then she comes up with that swing real quickly.
Yeah, and that's just the rhythm that she's got. If you could teach her from an early age, you'd love to switch that, but at this point she's got that rhythm, and she feels like she's got the timing down on it, and a lot of times she does, but it's not ideally the way you'd like to handle it.
Again, her forehand stroke happens in a hurry as well, but got a great piece of that one. And her racket's back earlier for her forehand.
Andreescu was very unsure of what to do on that one. A little bit of a broken point. Ball lands short, and She floats it over the baseline.
I like that expression, broken point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was hers. And
yeah, and it was just that the ball stayed a little lower than she expected, didn't know what to do, and not your typical kind of A to B point.
that's good stuff on Bianca Andreescu. The follow-up shot after the drop is impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, that's sometimes a difficult one. For players with good drop shots, a lot of them that hit it often are very good at this next shot. They know they've got a very good idea of where the opponent can go and how far off the court they are, so what they need to do on the next ball. And well done by Andreescu there. Not a ton of options for Bouchard when it's so far below the level of the net. Forward quickly to get that one above the level of the net, making it much easier. Just good enough for that volley. I think she meant for that to be a little further away from Bouchard, but gets the job done.
Set points for the teenager. There it goes. This one goes 3. The 2 Canadians will decide who wins this match when we come back. How about what Bianca Andreescu? She was only 18 this spring when she was able to win at Indian Wells, and that is a stacked field.
Yeah.
Martina Hingis was that young. Serena when she won it for the first time. Monica Seles a little bit older. I mean, it's
pretty good to be on the list with those 3.
Yeah,
those are 3 of the greats of all time. It's not bad. We'll see if the rest of her career stacks up. If it gets anywhere near either of those 3, that's a heck of a career.
She sure has a good work ethic, terrific attitude. She's aggressive, she's defensive. And she's battled back from a pretty woeful opening set against this woman.
Yeah, and it definitely looked like there was a lot of rust in that first set. Errors, kind of routine balls, making errors. Bouchard was trying to be effective moving forward, and I feel like Bouchard has kind of fallen back into the pattern that she's had in these last couple of years when she's been struggling. Is she doesn't have the confidence to continue staying forward, to continue being aggressive. And when she does, she even said it to her coach, Todero, was that, am I backing up on some of these? I feel like I'm backing up, and when she does that, she leaves herself wide open for Andreescu to take over the points.
She's trying to remember which side she's supposed to be on to start this 3rd set.
Yeah. Sometimes you're a little on autopilot, or you're focusing on something totally different, and you forget some of the basics. And it looks like she might be changing her shoes as well.
And a reminder as Bianca Andreescu makes her way back onto the court, Sloane Stevens will be playing the 2nd night match against the qualifier from the Czech Republic, Marie Buskova. This was around the time a couple of years ago when Sloane had missed 11 months of her career with a foot injury, came back and started smoking up these hard courts, and then won her first major title, the U.S. Open.
What a run. She was working here at Tennis Channel with us for a little while in that break, and missing the game and wanted to be back, and so happy to see her when she did get back and had that much success so quickly. Tremendous athletic accomplishment for her to be back after being completely non-weight bearing about a year earlier. What do you think about these breaks in between the sets? Some of them getting a little long for your liking?
Yes.
Full,
very much so.
Full change, wristbands, clothes, shoes, socks. Go and maybe take a quick shower and get something to eat. I mean, like it's tough for them to set any sort of a limit to these because some locker rooms are further away than others.
Exactly. No wonder Jeannie didn't know what side to take.
They're off for so long. Just doesn't seem like they're in any sort of a hurry.
I got to ask you, James, what are you thinking about these shoes that a lot of the players are wearing? The sort of Lovey Howell.
I don't know. I kind of like them. I did not like a lot of the outfits that were going on from Nike at Wimbledon or before Wimbledon.
Wimby's all white.
Wimbledon was all white before Wimbledon, and all the graphic stuff on them. But I don't like that volley, but I kind of like the shoes with the more plain, the black and white outfits, and then you throw in the little flair with the shoes. I kind of like that.
All right.
I'm getting from your tone, you're not as big a fan.
No, I'm trying to warm up to him.
You're warming up to him, maybe?
I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing him for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, I think you probably will. Good deep return from Andreescu. Taking over this match.
Final set.
Long break didn't seem to bother her. She was right back to where she was at the end of that second set. Seemingly overpowering Jeannie Bouchard.
And the thing is, as we have a look at what happened in that second set, James, Bouchard she doesn't want to turn this into a track meet.
No.
She needs for her shots to hit early.
She needs for her shots to hit, and she needs to take the time away from Andreescu. If Andreescu has time, she's got more power. If they're both standing on the baseline or a little behind the baseline, Andreescu is the one that can actually create the winners from there, and Bouchard needs to step up into the court to create those winners. that athleticism. What a pickup. Half volley from behind the service line.
Just her form, just her confidence from the first set to the second, and now into the third is pretty impressive.
It's a totally different player from that first set. That first set, there was, in my mind, I'd say this question, oh, maybe she came back a little too soon, definitely still a little rusty, and now she's ready. Quick learner. It takes one set to get right back into the form she had before she got off the tour.
15.
Still got to work on her catching the ball kids throw.
Tell you what, I like the sky much more here in Toronto than where the men are playing in Montreal right now.
Yes.
Oh. 13-15.
Like you said, her shots have got to be hitting. She's got to stand in there and take those aggressive cuts, and she's missing a few too many of those and doesn't have the confidence on them. Coach Todero looks on. Inside the baseline, so a good return there, and just placing it much better. That one a few years ago is one that Bouchard was so skilled at, taking that second serve, and it just looked like that one got a little bit further out of her strike zone. She was still good at taking it from about shoulder height and still having such an effective return, and that one looked like it got a little bit above the shoulders, and tough for her to create as much pace when it's that far out of the strike zone. There's nothing she can do about that. She's trying to go into the body and it misses her spot by just a little bit, and it's more right into that hitting zone for Andreescu. When you're getting into the body, you want to get it right into the body to jam them, make them have to move and shift, and Andreescu just have to stick a racket out and swing at that one. Hopeful challenge than anything else. But her hope is answered.
Andreescu started this year ranked 152 in the world. Showed us right from the beginning of the season how good she was on hard courts. And by the time she won at Indian Wells, she beat Garbiñe Muguruza and Alina Svitolina, and then in 3 sets, Angelique Kerber, who won last year's Wimbledon. Svitolina had won the year-end championships. Muguruza, a 2-time Grand Slam champ as well. But by the end of that tournament, her shoulder was already aching, and she couldn't finish the next tournament in Miami.
Still competing. Like to see the positive attitude back into this game.
A lot of you know that Andreescu is a Romanian name. That's where her parents are from. I think a lot of Canadians, a child of immigrants. And in fact, they moved back to Romania for a time. Andreescu started playing. Bianca went from Tennis Canada's place in Montreal, and then Toronto. Bouchard holds on. She's on the board in this final set. Two Canadians going at it. About this match against a game Jeannie Bouchard. She likes it up there.
Yeah, good combo moving forward.
And doesn't she have a good sense of when she can move forward?
Yeah.
What she's done to hurt her opponents. Finish it from up there.
And she didn't hesitate at all going for that one. Sometimes at this point in the match, especially having not played in so long, you can tend to decel a little bit, and balls can fly then. Bouchard had played a good point, really set it up. She sails it wide on the forehand though. Stretcher out to the backhand side. Not an easy forehand inside in there, but she makes it look easy. Get the footwork to get that. Great to see after this much time off. Still this sharp in a key moment of this match.
Thank you.
There it is. That's her dad. Mom. Happy to see their kid healthy again. That's nice.
Fed Cup teammates. Really friendly off the court. And that's a big win after a comeback for Bianca Andreescu. Rusty in that first set, but started playing like a whole new player in that second and third sets.
Didn't she battle well? Didn't she figure her way back into this thing?
And didn't lose the confidence. She made a lot of errors. Was shanking a few balls early on in that first set and came back and stayed aggressive, kept going for her shots, and knew that they had the confidence to know that they were going to come back, and they sure did.
All right, let's see who she gets next. What are we thinking about this? Daria Kasatkina. We saw her play a good match to take out Kerber, the 12th seed.
That's going to be quite